What's up, everybody? We're here. We're live. Let's go, baby! We're here, guys. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. We got another rocket launch ahead. Starship 10 is what's happening today, guys. Let's hope there won't be a scrub today. We got 27 minutes until launch. Oh no. We're live. We're going. We're live on Kick, YouTube, and also Kick, YouTube, and TikTok. 3 platforms. We tried to do 4 yesterday. It did not want it, did not like it. But we're go for launch. It's go for launch. It's go time. We'll see how the stream goes. It's gonna probably be iffy. But if anything, I'll probably stop the TikTok live because having it go 3 times is kind of insane. So for those of you guys who are on TikTok, make sure you guys follow my YouTube, because I feel like that's going to be working better than TikTok. Yeah, I'm losing frames like crazy right now. So I'm just not going to go live on TikTok. So no TikTok today. It's too much for the Wi-Fi.
Well, the Guardians have runners at the corner.
Oh yeah, that's way better. So we're just going live on 2 platforms today, Kick and YouTube. And if it doesn't work, I'm just gonna probably end the Kick stream. But so far, it's a little bit better from not streaming on TikTok, which makes sense. But, I mean, so far it looks good. I'm just going to keep watching it and see how good it looks. You guys let me know in the chat of how the stream looks. But we are go for launch. 23 minutes and counting. Now, anything can happen, right? Anything can happen within the 23-minute mark. So, you guys can't see the clock. It's where I'm at right now. But 23 minutes we have until launch. I got off work early, found a way. So far the YouTube is going pretty good. If Kick doesn't work good, that's fine. I'm not too worried. But YouTube looks good, so let's just keep it like that. But this is Starship. This is ship 37 and booster 16 for the 10th flight test. Now this is a test. There's no humans on it whatsoever. No one's going to get hurt. only thing that could get hurt is the booster and the ship. I'm gonna mute it a little bit. Yesterday they did have an issue with the ground systems at like T-minus an hour and 3 minutes when they were doing prop load on booster and ship. Doesn't seem like the case today. We're already 22 minutes down and everything looks good besides the weather. They're 55% favorite weather right now, so we have a little... It's going to be a little bit iffy. So if this thing does not launch today, it happens. But how far they've gotten into it today, I don't see it happening anytime soon. So yeah. Yeah, I got the SpaceX feed. This is a SpaceX feed. We're just going to mute it a little bit, but let me know how the stream is, because we're streaming on Kick and YouTube. We're going to do TikTok, but not going to happen right now. Probably have to adjust some settings with the new internet, but as long as YouTube looks good, that's all that matters. I saw it buffer a little bit just now. We should be fine. But we're T-minus 20 minutes and counting. It better launch. I got off work early for this. I should have gotten the hours in, but we got 8 hours in for the day. Didn't take a lunch. So that's more important. This is more important. Hey, we got 8 hours in today. That's all that matters. We're dropping frames like crazy, but on YouTube it doesn't look like it, which that's okay with me. It looks good. It's a little blurry, but you know what? I don't care. It should be okay. This is the first time we're streaming on Kick and YouTube using our new internet, so we're doing tests ourselves too. Yeah, YouTube seems pretty good. YouTube seems promising right now. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. 19 minutes. Fingers crossed. Let's hope they launch this shit today. Alright, the audio should be good now. Oh. Alright, the audio should be good now. Wait a minute. Oh. Wait a minute. Hold on, guys. We have some audio difficulties right now.
Was lost approximately 46 minutes into the flight test during entry, but of course not before one heck of a light show.
Yeah. That booster rud was caused by higher than predicted forces on its structure, specifically that internal fuel transport tube, as we were doing a higher angle of attack experiment. To fix that for remaining flights with this version of the booster, including the one behind us, we're just going to lower that angle of attack. We're relaxing those forces, and that minimizes the likelihood of structural failure.
And over on the ship side, we redesigned the part
Audio's
of the fuel pressurization system that failed on Flight 9, put it through a more rigorous test campaign, and after subjecting it to flight-like stresses, it did successfully run for more than 10 times the expected service life, no damage, so great test results there. Our goal is always to make it through all of the objectives we set, but any result that teaches us more about Starship performing in the real-world environment helps us to make those targeted iterations and improve quickly.
Yeah, that's how SpaceX developed our first rocket, Falcon 1.
Don't scrub it!
Same philosophy we used to develop Falcon 9, which has passed 100 flights just this year and 500 flights overall.
Yeah, incredible milestone for Falcon, and again, the way they got there was to launch, learn, and repeat.
All right, so that wasn't the only thing that happened while getting ready for Flight 10. If you followed along, Ship 36, which was originally supposed to fly on Flight 10, experienced a major anomaly during a static fire test at our Massey's test site. It was in the process of loading all of its cryogenic propellant to do a 6-engine static fire when we had a sudden energetic event that resulted in the complete loss of the Starship, and we damaged the immediate area surrounding the stand out there at Massey's.
The most likely root cause was identified as undetectable or under-screen damage to a composite overwrapped pressure vessel, or COPV, in Starship's payload bay section. To address this probable cause, we're operating the COPVs on ship at a lower pressure and also
don't buffer.
Keep our launch schedule up, got to keep testing. The team was able to pivot and use the launch pad.
I'm off the Wi-Fi, which should be better now.
Static fire test. It was the first time we've ever done that. Doing that retrofit was the fastest path to get back to launch. The team was able to engineer
don't scrub it, man.
We used a transport ring to mount the ship. Routed a whole bunch of extra
risked my life
to load propellants.
to leave
knocked
work
that
early
out in just
for
a
this.
matter of weeks, where we had 2 static fires on the orbital mount.
Yeah, very impressive turnaround there, getting to these static fires.
Dropping a lot of frames right now.
These static fires gave us the data we needed to progress to launch, and are a prime example of our engineer and technician teams working to build creative solutions to keep us charging forward to eventually bring Starship online.
And even while doing all of this, we're in the process of rebuilding the test stand out at Massey's to get ready for the next generation of Starship version 3. So right now, though, we are still on track. We're looking about 14 minutes M Central. While we still have a couple of moments, though, let's toss it over to Chris, who's getting ready to watch the launch out in California. How's it going, Chris?
Why is it doing like a skippy thing? It's probably because I have Discord open. Let me get rid of Discord. Get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of all the background stuff because that can ruin our day.
Webcast. It's been great to see the webcast up here on the big screens at the diner. You know, throughout the afternoon, we've had members of the public coming up, mixing and mingling, I think it was because Discord was open.
Discord
getting to watch some old science fiction, but also getting to watch and keep up to date with what's happening here for Starship's 10th test flight. I think I can speak for everyone here when I say we're really looking forward to the epic views that we're going to get from in space and during atmospheric reentry, all thanks to Starlink. And speaking of Starlink, that's actually how we're coming to you live from the diner, relying on one of those many reliable connections that Starlink is able to put down across the Earth and in low Earth orbit. So for a little bit more information on the immediate future of the Starlink constellation,
the stream gets laggy on YouTube, let me know.
My colleague Tyler Lionquist is standing by. Tyler, how's it going there? And are you ready to see a rocket launch today?
12,000 frames right now.
We are definitely ready for a Starship launch here in Hawthorne. Hi everyone, my name is Tyler Lionquist, and I'm a Starlink business analyst here at SpaceX. Starlink is SpaceX's low Earth orbit high-speed internet that's bringing connectivity to places where you least expect it, including in space. For today's mission, Starship is outfitted with 4 Starlink terminals, allowing us to get live views of ship while in orbit and all the way down to splashdown in the Indian Ocean.
Yep, real clean now.
Starlink satellites are built in Redmond, Washington, and that's also where we monitor the health of our entire constellation. So let's take a quick look for more on Redmond.
Which is fine.
What a lot of people might not realize when they think about the scale that we're operating is that actually 2/3 of the operational satellites in orbit are Starlink satellites. And then all of those Starlink satellites came from right here in Redmond. We've currently got a constellation of over 8,000 satellites that are flying around in orbit. So they're working together to
get rid of that
the whole surface of the Earth, make sure everywhere
we don't have that server anymore.
So we have these laser links that are connected between the satellites, so each satellite can pass data from one to the other. That is what allows us to have these hundreds of gigabit links between satellites, and that's what allows us to connect every corner of the Earth to high quality, high speed, low latency internet. When you think about that Starlink that you have at home, the technology that's in there and that's in your antenna is very similar to the antenna that's on the satellite. We use what are called phased array antennas, which is a fancy way of describing an antenna that's made up of many little antennas that work together in order to direct their energy to a specific spot on the ground without a motor.
We got 6 people watching right now. Let's go.
Generally, satellite manufacturing is a very slow process. It takes people weeks or months to build a satellite. At SpaceX, we iterate very fast, and we have learned how to build satellites at the 70 sats a week rate. As we have focused a lot on production rate, we have not forgotten about our satellite reliability, which is critical to our mission.
10 minutes. 10 minutes and counting.
If you look at the whole world and you ask, where is the satellite industry? It's right here in the USA in Redmond, where the vast majority of satellites being built are being built right here. Starlink is a truly game-changing technology, and it's all supported by the global satellite constellation from this space here in Redmond.
So far, so good.
And we're really just getting started at the very beginning of what we want to do with Starlink.
So far, so good.
Now, as
Under
we
9
mentioned
minutes.
earlier in the show, one of today's objectives is for SHIP to deploy Starlink simulator satellites
Come on.
that represent the advanced V3 satellites Starship will be launching in the future. And as you can see here, once Starship reaches a nominal orbit, the payload door will slowly begin to open
for
deployment.
It's a must.
The Starlink satellites will be dispatched relatively quickly, one at a time, very much like a Pez dispenser. They'll be situated in one long stack, taking up as little space as possible, allowing for an efficient deployment sequence. And once a set of Starlinks is deployed, the next set advances and deploys until they are all drifting away from Starship to prepare for their on-orbit life. Each Starlink V3 launch on Starship is planned to add 60 terabits per second of capacity to the Starlink network. That's more than 20 times the capacity added with every V2 mini launch on Falcon 9.
Under 8 minutes.
So we're talking about a massive increase in performance all around, which will ultimately enable Starlink to serve as the communications backbone of the missions to the moon and to Mars.
Come on.
But for now, we're going to turn it back over to the team at Starbase.
The weather better be good, I swear. The weather needs to be good.
So, quick update for everybody. So, weather is still the main thing that we're watching. We are currently red on the range, hoping to clear that anvil rule any moment now. That's really the only thing blocking us at the moment.
You guys better.
Vehicle's good, pads ready to go. All of our checkouts
You guys
really
better.
smooth today after that repair work that we did this morning after we had to abort out yesterday. So we're looking at the weather. That's the thing we're really paying attention to right now.
Meanwhile, prop load is still ongoing. We started loading prop at about T-minus 53 minutes, beginning with ship fuel, ship blocks, booster fuel, and finally booster locks began loading at about T-minus 35. We'll continue loading prop until just about 3 minutes before liftoff, and ship will conclude first, and then 30 seconds later, booster will finish up.
Yeah, so bottom line, we're looking great in the vehicle. We're looking really good on the range. We're just really
that
watching
vent at the top,
weather.
right
so
there,
we're still waiting
that's
to
a
hear
good
that
sign.
that's clear. That's the only thing that could potentially stop us today.
Okay, now let's talk about Mars, since everything we do is part of our foundational mission to get to the Red Planet. Each Starship launch is to learn more and more about what's needed to make life multiplanetary and to improve SHIP to the point where it's eventually taking millions of people to Mars.
That's right. We're looking ahead to begin sending the first Starships to Mars next year. These initial ones are going to go without humans.
Next year?
They're just going to put minimally viable landers on the surface, land right on the skirt, no legs. This will just help prove we can actually get to Mars, focus on learning just as much as humanly possible, demonstrating what's needed for Mars transit and the ultimate landing.
Dang. Well, this mission better happen today if you want to do that next year.
2029, we'll attempt to land the initial infrastructure and start delivering more equipment while evaluating available resources on the planet. And we'll also have Optimus on board for the ride, designed to do the initial heavy lifting.
Beyond that, by 2030, 2031, as these windows open up roughly every 26 months, we'll continue to increase the amount of payload we're sending on each ship as we're building out more infrastructure, mining resources, generating propellant for ships to come back from Mars. By 2033, we want to double the amount of payload per ship as we just get closer and closer to building a self-sustaining presence on the Red Planet.
Yeah, very exciting missions ahead, and these first missions to Mars are going to be crucial to setting up what we'll need for humans to eventually inhabit the planet, and we won't be doing this alone.
Right.
The Italian Space Agency and SpaceX recently signed a first-of-its-kind agreement to carry Italian experiments on the first Starship missions to deliver customer payloads to Mars. These payloads will include a plant growth experiment, a weather monitoring station, and a radiation sensor to gather scientific data during Starship's approximately 6-month interplanetary coast phase from Earth to Mars and also on the Martian surface.
It's a really exciting vision. To make it happen, we're going to need to launch a whole lot more. We're going to need a whole lot of people that are going to come and help us build this. So it makes it really fun for me to come to work. I know you build these things. 100%. It's got to be fun for you.
Yep, very exciting.
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Looks like we're about 5 minutes from Starship's 10th flight test. Range is still looking good. Still have an eye on the weather at the moment. And prop load is also continuing on both stages of Starship.
Yeah,
the weather can't stop us. I mean, look, we're basically full of fuel right now.
We're about 90%
we're full of fuel. We gotta do it. There's no way.
Unlocks just a bit below. So again, we're gonna continue filling for
my
about the
heart's
next
racing
minutes.
right
Once
now.
we're completely done with that, we have about
this has to go well. Like Starship has to go through the atmosphere. It has to go through re-entry.
So. A lot of
it can't lose control
really
again. It can't.
Really fast
they
away
can't
from
lose
South
control.
Texas. So once we get close, all
4
of our
minutes.
ground systems
4
will
minutes.
prepare themselves. They do what's called pushbacks. They'll clear out all of those feed lines, push back into the prop farm, and just prepare the area around it. We're doing our final guidance and navigation checks right now. The automated flight safety system is about to get armed. We're just really preparing the vehicle to get ready to go.
So there's 6 engines
I'm not sure
in
if we
ship,
passed it already, but
which
we do
is
a
the
final
top part.
thrust
6
vector
engines,
control, check out the TVC. We'll
and there's
wiggle
33 in the
we use
booster.
To actually steer the rocket itself.
That's a lot of damage.
Topic. If we need to hold, that hold would come at T-minus 40 seconds. We can hold if we're still waiting for the weather to clear, which is our big item today.
What's that vent?
Or if any other last-minute issues pop up. We'll
think
only
that's
hold
good.
there if we have an issue. Still
well,
waiting
booster's
for
full.
confirmation that the weather has cleared.
Those are the
That's
engines for the
only
booster.
Thing it looks like would hold us today. There's the business end of it.
3 minutes.
Once we pass
3
that
minutes.
40-second mark that Dan was talking about, a number of events are going to occur in rapid succession. The ground spin.
Now it hits 40 seconds. It might hold.
And ship will switch over to.
Let's hope they don't.
After that, the quick disconnect arm lockout is removed in preparation.
Dude, it's
for
there, man.
Which
it's
occurs
there.
Shortly after T0. And once we pass that T-minus
40-second
mark, we do still have the ability to then recycle the count under certain conditions back to T-minus 40 seconds and hold there to assess what happened, and if we can proceed again back to liftoff.
Yeah, we hope that doesn't happen, but it has previously. I promise not to psych anybody this time.
It has. I mean, it's
we
a
do
test
have
flight.
some
They're trying
kind
to
of
get
points of
everything
no
down.
return.
They have to.
Once the water starts flowing out of that flame deflector under the launch mount, that happens just.
They did his last launch. There was like 40 seconds left, and they canceled it.
That triggers
because of the weather.
And then we hit a hold. That would be a scrub for the day. We have to refill the water tanks. Can't turn it off. Got to refill prop. All that stuff.
That's not
so,
good.
That's kind of the major watch item. You'll see a big splash under the launch mount.
That's
and
scary.
if we see that go and then you hear a hold, that would mean that we're done for the day. But not.
We don't need a hold. Come on. Clock is still going, but they went quiet. That's not a good thing.
Yeah, I didn't disappear. Sorry, everybody. Listening in as the flight director for today is going through some of the final checks. We are still red on the range for weather. We are closing out prop load right now, though.
Yeah, as we wait and hear what's going on, we can just quickly review some of the test objectives for today. On the booster side, we're of course hoping for all 33 of those Raptor engines to
just
power
gotta be
our
smart.
ascent ahead of
That's
hot
it.
staging.
If it scrubs, it
stage
scrubs.
separation occurs, booster will perform
They're
that
just
directional
trying
flip
to be
before
smart.
the
That's
boost
all they're
back
trying to
burn.
do.
One of the interesting experiments we're doing
minute.
today is upon our landing burn, which typically
1 minute
ends
and
with those
40.
3 center engines lit. We're going to be intentionally shutting one of those off
140.
and instead lighting one from the middle 10 ring. And this is just to kind of give us an idea of what it would look like if we ever had an engine out scenario.
Minute 40.
Yeah, using our time to really push the envelope. And so at this point, we are fully closed out on our prop load. Coming up on a minute and 20, we are still red on the range for weather. So at this rate, looking likely we will hold at T-minus 40 to see if we can clear that anvil cloud roll. That's the one blocker we currently have to a launch today.
1 minute. What's gonna happen here? We don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen. They might have a hold, and if they have a hold, then flight's
did just
done.
get confirmation, so we are expecting to hold at T-minus 40. We are still red on the range for weather, so look for the clock to pause in just a couple seconds. And pause. So we'll hang out here for a couple of minutes. We do have until the end of the window. We won't have 30 minutes of hold time to hang out, as we can't. We're essentially not replenishing prop on the vehicle at this point, so we have to keep a close eye on things like temperatures inside the tanks. We can only hold for so many minutes before things start to warm up. Surprised it's hot in South Texas. So
send it. Send it.
Yeah, while we're holding here at T-minus 40 seconds, we reviewed our test objectives for booster, but why don't we chat ship for a second? After stage separation, ship will continue onwards up through its ascent to the planned suborbital trajectory. Once it reaches there, we'll undergo SECO, or where the second stage shuts off its engines.
So
we're hoping
crossed.
to deploy 8 dummy satellites today, which are modeled after Starlink V3. We're also planning to attempt a in-orbit burn, so we'll relight one of those Raptor engines while in space, and that will occur ahead of re-entry, where we'll also be testing multiple experiments, including missing tiles, metallic tiles, and intentionally loading those vehicles' flaps. And then hopefully we'll conclude today's test flight with a soft splashdown in the Indian Ocean.
Come on.
Yeah, definitely want to see a ship on the other side of the planet today. We did just get a quick update. So the range is fully green. Weather is still red. So we are still tracking a detached anvil rule, which essentially there's an anvil cloud that's too close to our launch site, and it needs to move further away. Until it moves further away, we can't lift off. So we are expecting an update in a couple of seconds, potentially. Again, we can hang out here for several minutes. We're not actively replenishing prop.
Come on, weather, get out there. Get out of the way, weather. They might not launch today, guys. They might not do it.
And we're getting a weather update right now.
They might not do it. They might not do it.
And team's looking at it. Again, we're just tracking this anvil rule still. It's our only blocker today. Range is green, vehicle is green. Weather is currently red.
Come on.
All right, and sad voice coming in.
No.
We did just hear that we are still going to be red. So at this point, we are essentially transitioning this to be a wet dress. So wet dress is when we fully load prop on board the rocket. So we are going to see the clock probably start up again. But once they get down to 10 seconds, they're going to abort out, and then we will be done for the day. So sad news, not going to launch today. Weather got in our way, but you can only control so much. Can't always control the weather. Can't control the weather. I wish we could control the weather. We're not there yet.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't that be nice? So we are seeing the clock rolling, but again, we're going to get down to T-minus 10 seconds, and we're going to see that kick back out, and then we're going to start offloading all of the propellant that's on board the rocket today. So if you are just tuning in, yeah, it's not going. There it goes. Back to T-minus 40. So again, we essentially turned today into a wet dress. So today still ended up being a test.
Still learning something as always.
Yeah, still learning something. We were able to fix the issue that kind of bit us yesterday, where we had a leaky hose that was feeding liquid oxygen into the ship. But we were able to fix that, but weather got us today. So no launch today. We do have a phenomenal logistics team, though, so we should hopefully be able to replenish prop everything. We don't have to refill all the water tanks because we didn't fire off the deflector, but we'll have to reload the prop. So very good chance that we can try again tomorrow. We'll obviously update everybody online. And, yeah, man, sorry, we couldn't go today. Don't worry, we'll probably go tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you all for joining us today, and we hope to see you when we do go for launch.
So obviously, follow our account on X at SpaceX. We'll share information as soon as it comes available. We'll also be updating the web at spacex.com. So thanks for joining us today. Exciting countdown. Weren't able to get off the ground, but we'll give it another shot tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.
It's all right. Well, what did I say? They did this last time, 40 seconds left, and you had a hold, and guess what? The weather is saying, oh, you're not doing it today. You're not going to go today. But they did a wet dress rehearsal, which is still a test, so whatever. That's fine, but no launch today, guys. I'm so sorry. I got off work early for no reason, but for a reason. But yeah, we're losing a lot of frames, so I think we're just gonna go live on YouTube whenever. So love you too, Pops. You have no launch today, which is fine, which is good because they didn't have any ground system issues, so they got that down. I just blame the weather. It's been bad lately, so they do have this whole week. They most likely will launch tomorrow. I have a feeling they will do it tomorrow. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on what's gonna happen tomorrow. Probably gonna happen around the same time. So hopefully if I get everything done tomorrow, we could go live tomorrow on here. So far, if we do go live, we're just going to go live on YouTube, and that's it, because I'm looking at the dropping frames, and it's a lot. It's 27,000 frames. So I might check my settings or something and see what's going on so we can stream on multiple platforms. But as of right now, they have no go on launch. Weather got in the way again. So, heart was pumping, it was ready. Nope, weather said, not on my watch. So yeah, disappointing day, but they did a wet dress rehearsal, which they have not done yet, which got people thinking, I don't think they're going to launch yet. I don't think they're going to launch because they have to do a wet dress rehearsal in order to do that. So now that they did, I have a really big feeling that it's for sure going to launch tomorrow. But, like I said, like they said, it all depends on weather. And so far the weather did not look good today. So, for those of you who stopped on in, thank you guys for joining. Make sure you guys subscribe. Stay tuned for updates on what time they're going to do it tomorrow, and I'll put it on my YouTube. And if I can't do it tomorrow, make sure you guys are following my Facebook page, as I will be posting updates on that. But again, this is a brand new rocket. They're trying to get it down. If they're going to go to Mars next year, they have to make sure that this ship is prepared for that, and make sure everything goes well, and make sure there's a blow up on the pad. So yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Most likely there will be a launch tomorrow, probably around the same time, maybe earlier. Depends on the weather. But yeah, as always, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. You can comment if you want. But yeah, another disappointing day again. But hey, it wasn't any of the ground systems, so that's good. But yeah, so that's gonna do it for today, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for tomorrow. I'll make sure to keep you guys updated on what's gonna happen tomorrow. And we'll see what happens. So like always, keep on saying it, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.